Afternoon, everyone. First, thank you so much. This is truly a highlight to the weekend to hear about all this good work that's being done, and thank you to the organizers of this event. Kudos, it's really impressive. So like Mimi said, my name is Tina O'Connell. I'm the Executive Director for Friends of Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens. And our mission is to connect people to the Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens through stewardship, volunteerism, education, and other engagement activities like the Lotus and Lily Festival. But to back up, a lot of people often don't know about Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens, so I just wanted to show a quick picture of its signature plant, which is the lotus, and we've also got a red-winged blackbird there. It is a national park dedicated to the cultivation and display of aquatic plants. It's the only national park to do so, and it's right here, or maybe right next door in Washington, D.C. Truly an amazing place, 35 different ponds, marshland, and it sits right along the banks of the Anacostia River. And with that, like if you have not been, this is the opportune time to come and to enjoy. Parks are truly having a bit of a moment with the pandemic, as being outdoors and exploring nature is one of the, the best things we can do right now to stay safe and to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. So those of us in the park community know parks have always been critically important, but I think we are all starting to see how important they truly are. So I think I can explain a little bit more about what we do through our gifts. So our first gift option is a $10 gift option for gloves, gardening bulbs, tools to help with our volunteer program. So we typically bring in about 1,000 volunteers each year to help support the park, and volunteerism through boots on the ground work really is the genesis of our organization. So it's something we take very seriously. And these volunteers do everything from removing invasive plants, picking up trash, resurfacing trails, helping to cultivate some of the aquatic plants in both the ponds and the greenhouses. There is a great need for this. Visitation is up, as I mentioned, and just maintaining a really beautiful and healthy space is truly important. And on the flip side, volunteers are really eager to get out as well and get out of their homes and do something good for others. And so we're excited about that. With COVID, we have to throw away our gloves after each visit. So there is truly a need for some more supplies right now. The second gift we have is a $25 gift towards camp supplies. So for the past several years, we have been hosting summer camp and spring break camps for the community right outside of the park in Kenilworth, Parkside, Eastland Gardens, Mayfair. And we've kind of expanded it to really target most of Ward 7. They are our neighbors, and we are really excited to build connections with them. Like everything, we had to kind of pivot this spring, and we did a hybrid camp where we provided an Explore activity kit, a meal, and a grocery bag for each family. And it has been so much fun, honestly, to get to know the families in addition to the kids. It's just so much fun. So some of the things we do, it's everything from your simple kind of typical craft to providing more sophisticated kits. They learn about the watershed through this, often through probably both weeks, honestly. We always talk about the importance of the watershed, and they built a water filtration kit. So they had, sand, gravel, mud, and then they have to pour the water down into this column and sit and wait and see how long it would take to drip and how clear it was at the bottom. That was a favorite of a lot of the campers this summer. And there's tie-dyeing t-shirts. And then also, some really real camp supplies that can help either bring a new hobby or foster an activity or hobby they already do. So one of the things that all the kids got this summer was, a very nice kids binoculars, and then the introductory birding supplies. So Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens is an amazing site for birding if you are interested in birding and photography. So they get tools to actually help them at camp and then to take home with them so that they can continue on with their families. I just wanted to read a quick quote from one of our camp parents. She participated both this summer and then also this fall. And she has 2 kids, Sasha and Malia. And she wrote a thank you note that said, "This was the best camp my children have attended. They've loved everything from the variety of activity to the different themed weeks. We were all blown away with the supplies for the camp as well as the meals. We felt so supported and cared for. Thank you for providing such a high level program during these trying times. Our whole family truly appreciated it." So you can see it really, especially right now, has provided a guiding light. And the last gift is a $50 gift, which also is towards our camp and education programming. Not only do we want our families and our children to learn more about this national park that's in their neighborhood, but there are so many amazing parks and green spaces nearby and different ways to enjoy them. So we always try to do some different field trips. These pictures are not from this year, but the activities we're thinking about are COVID safe activities should we need to. I hope you guys can see this. So one of the activities we do is we take the kids fishing. So you can't really see the catfish very well, but you might be able to see some of the smiling faces of both the adults and the children. We are a very small shop here at Friends of Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens. So it's myself and a couple of AmeriCorps interns with some, part-time staff that help run this camp program. And we rely heavily on community leaders and other volunteers to really support these camp efforts. So you will see some folks doing that. Another example of a field trip is biking. So again, not everybody has a bike and not everybody knows how to bike or even knows that there's the Anacostia River Trail connected right to this amazing park. So it's really a gateway into, a longer trail, and you get to go to Bladensburg Waterfront Park and Anacostia Park. So some of the kids know about it, some of the families know about it, some don't, but the bike ride is always a highlight also of previous camps. So we are looking forward to doing that more this spring and summer in whatever COVID safe ways we can. And if we're able to do that with the whole family, we've really enjoyed kind of being part of everybody else's family for a little bit too. To close, if anybody is interested in donating or volunteering, they can always reach out to me. It's just tina@fokag.org. We have a website, social media, beautiful pictures, and I think really impactful stories are told there. So I encourage you to follow and stay up to date with news and volunteer events to come. And I always say my job is to help people fall in love with the park. So I invite you all to come out. I think you'll feel hooked. Obviously, summer is when everything blooms in the ponds, but there's a really special quiet nature in spring or in winter and fall that actually, people sometimes enjoy even more because it's just it's really special to watch that transformation from 6-foot pink flowers to beautiful fall foliage and then ice-covered ponds.